Hi, this is Stephanie. Hi, this is Stephanie. Let's see. I just woke up. I slept for a couple hours. I even took a couple of meds to sleep, but I woke up still. And I cleaned up a little bit. Had a slice of pizza, I'm not going to lie. And I just wanted to share with you guys. I know I already shared today. Well, technically, it's still today. Still the day. Anyway, I'm still a little weird from these medications that I have. But anyway, I wanted to talk about today how you just need to believe in yourself, even if nobody else believes. Because I'm going to tell you why my family doesn't believe, and why the doctors don't believe, why the last doctor didn't believe me. The doctor 2 years ago believed me. The doctor 2 years ago believed me. I was on valerian root for sleep. He didn't put me on a lot of medications. I was only in the hospital for 3 nights. This time it was like 2 weeks because the doctor didn't believe me. I don't know if you look on my teeth. Okay, I'm going to tell you why. Because when I was a child, I was hurt. I was molested when I was a child. And then when I was 16 years old, I had my first flashbacks. But nobody knew what was going on. They just thought I was on drugs, or they weren't sure. So they took me to the doctor, got drug tested. I was only doing marijuana with my friends. And then, I love this song. I went to the psych hospital for like a week or two. It was the scariest time of my life. I had no idea why I was there. I didn't know what was going on. I was paranoid because I felt my angels with me, but I didn't realize that then because I was atheist. I didn't believe in God until I was probably 22 in my trauma. So anyhow, I went to, they said I had to be on birth control to maybe regulate my hormones, and then I was fine. Till I was 20. Till I was 20 years old, I had another flashback. That's flashbacks from my childhood that nobody believes me of because I had a great mom and dad, so everyone saw. My dad was a firefighter, my mom was a nurse. But they worked hours, that. Well, I'm not going to go into why I was molested as a child because, I don't want to blame people or anything like that. My dad was amazing. He was at the fire station and, anyway. So then when I was 22, I went back in for more flashbacks. I was so scared. I knew something happened when I was a child. I was 2 years old to 5 years old about. I just knew, but I didn't understand really what happened still. So I knew I was molested. I told them I was molested. They didn't believe me because at 20 years old, that's when I was diagnosed bipolar schizoaffective, not 22. I think I said it 22 before. 20 years old, I was diagnosed by bipolar schizoaffective. So when I was 22 and I went back for flashbacks again, and I told the nurse to arm's length away from me, I put my arm length away from me. I said, sorry, I'm not making sense. I'm not speaking clearly because of the meds. But anyway, I said, arm's length away from me, get out of my face. And she told the 2 security guards that I hit her. So they grabbed me and they slammed me on the ground. I was screaming because I didn't know what was happening. They grabbed me. They threw me on the ground. They sat on my back, so my chest was against the floor. And then the nurse shot me with a Haldol cocktail. That's Haldol, Benadryl, and Ativan. And then I was dragged into a room where I was 4-point restrained. And I was just at this room, talking to the. Now has a little table, and it's a consult room. It used to have a bed in it with no cameras, and it was a isolation room. When I was 22, that's 18 years ago. So anyhow, I was in this room with my social worker today, just getting discharged. And I told her, hey, this is the room I was raped in. And I was like, it's okay, though. Because I went in that room 2 years ago, 2 or 3 years ago with that doctor that believed me. And he's like, oh, my gosh. And I was like, it's okay. So, I am at peace with it to be the most part. I do need to deal with this still a little bit. But, it's been so long. I've dealt with it. Not dealt with it head on because I can't tell anybody. They don't believe me. But I know it happened. And so I was 4-point restrained face down. She gave me another Haldol, I'm pretty sure, cocktail, and I was out of it. I was pretty much unconscious for the most of the day, all the day. And I was raped by the tech that was working there. He works at Cornerstone now. I saw him 2 years ago. So that's my trauma. And then even if I told anybody right away, they wouldn't have believed me because I was already diagnosed schizoaffective disorder, bipolar. They thought it was delusional. I was already given that diagnosis. So I repressed the rape for a long time. I remember, obviously, the security guards throwing me on the ground like it was yesterday. So I just want to let you know that that's why my family doesn't believe me. That's why some of them don't believe me. That's why they all think I'm just schizoaffective with delusions. And now I need to work with my therapist again with this. I was starting to work with a therapist a couple years ago. When I was in New York, married, I feel like God put that man in my life for a reason, to get me away from my family for 2 years. I was able to get some help. I went to 2 different hospitals. But no matter what medications, I was on medications at the time, and I still had breakdowns because flashbacks can't be cured. I mean, they just can't be cured. There are other medications that you can take for flashbacks and PTSD, I believe. But to be honest, they just can't be cured. You have to work through the trauma. You have to acknowledge what happened. And it takes time for everyone. Some people repress it. I repressed it for a long time. And anyway, I just wanted to let you know that's why. And just believe in yourself, because you know what happened. You know what happened to you. And if it happened to you, then you know what I mean? It doesn't matter if anyone else believes you. I mean, it really hurts, though. It hurt me really bad to hear my sister testify against me in the court of law and not realize that that's what happened to me. She just said, well, she says she was, but we don't have any reason to believe it. So anyway, it's hurtful, but hopefully they'll come around and they'll want to talk to me about my mental illness eventually. And yeah, these medications. In the meantime, I will probably just have to take a break for a while for my family, part of my family. So anyway, I will sign off on that, and I hope you guys have a good night. Thank you so much. And peace, love, be humble, happiness. Be kind to somebody without, telling somebody. Do something kind for someone. But also, mostly, do something kind for yourself, because you're important. Take care of self-care is so important. So anyway, I really hope that you guys enjoyed my video. Well, it's not very fun, but that's what I got for you tonight. All right, I hope you guys have a great night. Thank you so much. Take care.